Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome to another plan with me and my channel. What am I saying? Welcome back to my channel and we're doing another plan with me. Today we are doing November 17th through the 23rd in my Caress Press inserts, and I'm using an older Scribble Prints Co kit called Merlot. This was a autumn set that I think I did at the end of 2024, I think. So it's an older format, but yeah, I really am excited to bring this I felt like this art was really late autumn for me, so it's kind of at the end of November here before we get into more like winter and Christmas stuff. Although I say winter stuff, but we don't get snow here in Finland until after Christmas. But yeah, so we're still very much vibing with the autumn stuff. I'm just going to do my usual color blocking, and I did use a Scribble Prints Co foil bundle in a copper color. So I thought the copper would look really nice with this set overall, especially comparing to the other foils that I've used in November. So I think it came out really well. I really liked how the base came out. Have a good mix of the colors. And yeah, so what is happening this week? Obviously last week, if you watched last week's plan with me, a lot of stuff happened. We had a vet appointment. I built my PC. Oh yeah, this week, I was doing more work. I was working on a shop set. I think I finished a custom around this time. So I was working on a shop set, doing more filming for Planmas. I had reset my Animal Crossing island, so I was playing that every morning instead of like a morning routine before I got into work, which has been good. And we also got a whole bunch of information about the next Infinity Nikki update after this one, which was a whole new region. We were going from 1.11 to 2.0, so lots of changes. So it was a very exciting weekend of live streams about the game and other things. So we'll get into it. We'll finish up the base here and we'll get into the day by day. All right, so first things first, as I always say. Oh yeah, I put the dark brown in the middle, didn't I? So I'm gonna make sure I keep an eye on what my color blocking was. Okay, we're gonna do, because I grabbed this one first, but I need this one. Coffee Monday. We're putting Coffee Monday in first, because that is what we did. Had a coffee to start off the week. And then Coffee Monday, and then doing work on my shop set, which I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what shop set this was that I was working on, but you'll see a new release fairly soon in the next plan with me's probably for what I released. So it could be Snoozy Afternoon or it could be Valentine's Day. I can't remember. I think it's Snoozy Afternoon. My winter set. Got work. I'm just using these like autumn walk stickers from Papershire for my work here. And I did use the work script from the old foil bundle style, but it only had 5 work scripts. So for Saturday, because I worked, okay, you'll see, I worked like every day. So for Saturday, I cut off the out for the workout sticker, but then I realized on Sunday I also worked. So I'm just gonna handwrite that one. I don't have any more work scripts in this font in copper that I can use. So it's not gonna match the whole week. But I didn't realize I worked literally every day this week. Yeah, I just ended up doing that. And here I just put a little Animal Crossing at the bottom here instead of a full sticker, just because, you know, I was busy this day. So I was doing a lot of work, I guess. So then on the end of the day, I've got One Piece, still rewatching the anime, and also watched the new episode of Ghosts. And then I played Infinity Nikki, so on the lead up to the new version. So let's put that in here because she's super cute. And then Ghosts, and then One Piece. Pretty simple Monday. So then on Tuesday, instead of putting Animal Crossing straight in, I'm going to mark that it was one of my villagers' birthdays. It was Tia. She was one of my first 3 villagers from the 3 lot that you do. And Tia is like a teapot elephant. I'll put her on the screen for you if you don't know. But that was her birthday on Tuesday, November 18th. So obviously I had to give her a birthday gift and things. And then I did work. And while I was working, I was watching Let's Play K streams. Mostly Drew My Valley, I guess, but also Animal Crossing. I know, I said in the last Play With Me, I was quitting Drew My Valley, but I still like play, I still watch at least Kay play it. I don't know, because I still enjoy watching her play it. Plus I enjoy watching Kay, and that's like her main game, so I guess I'm not gonna quit watching that. And then, as per usual, we got Infinity Nikki, and then we have One Piece, and then I finish off the night doing a bunch of filming for planners. I was really hustling this week and this month, doing a lot of work and doing a lot of filming. All right, now for Wednesday. Oh no, Heidi's up and she wants to be a menace. I'm almost done with my last video here. It's the third video I'm filming right now. So Wednesday, it's Animal Crossing. What did you think? Now we're gonna have this every day. We're gonna have Finn and Nikki, Animal Crossing, work, Coffee Monday. All the typical Jess stuff that now you can bet on. No, that's fine. I try and make routines, but you know, I have ADHD, so routines are good, but they don't last forever. Like this morning, I actually didn't play Animal Crossing straight up in the morning because I was watching YouTube and doing other stuff. It's a Sunday today, so it's not a big deal. But, and then I was like, for a while, I was like, you know what? What do I usually do in the mornings? Don't I usually do something? And I was like, oh my God, Animal Crossing. And I didn't realize this until like 11 past 10. And of course, I wanted to buy turnips. And turnips you can't buy after 12 noon. So anyway, I just spent the whole morning like, what do I usually do on weekends? Like, this is how my brain destroys routines, even when I have it, like, in a planner. It's kind of nuts. So, Animal Crossing, Wednesday, work, and then watching Let's Play K streams during the day. So then I also did some laundry on this day. I'm going to put the fancy label on the bottom so I can better put in my little things in the middle. So we have laundry, we have, we got food from the Filipino restaurant again, Kamalig. I had to get my adobo pork neck, my adobo pork neck, my pork neck adobo and rice, because yum yum yum. So laundry, Kamalig, watching more One Piece, and playing more Infinity Nikki. There we go. Put that all in. So that is the first half of the week all finished. So I'll do a little slide for you so you can see it there. So let's get started on the second half on Thursday here. I was so proud of doing this scene. It was not easy to work out how to do a vignette that looked okay. It's still not the best, but it's better. It's better than some, and also how it started off. So we got Animal Crossing. We've got more work because I worked a lot this week somehow, for some reason. I think it was like, I was really, again, I think this is where I like 100% changed up my like eye style for my people. So I had a lot of work, you know, still a bit slower working those things out. Animal Crossing work, and then we got Taco Bell for lunch, because sometimes you just want, Taco Bell's like the cheapest junk food here in Helsinki, and sometimes you just want a Crunch Supreme wrap, so got some Taco Bell. But if you remember in my past plan with me, so I've talked about Taco Bell, it's one of those places like, I can only buy it like once in a blue moon, and then it tastes delicious. But if I buy it too much in a row, then it's like, it's no longer delicious. So it's a good moderation junk. So let's put some of these little things at the bottom, because that's what I have left. So we're going to put Nikki in here. And then this night I cooked a lasagna. I do like to make a bechamel lasagna, not one using ricotta. I just like the texture more of the bechamel. So made a lasagna, but what we've been doing for quite a while now, and even more so now, is instead of I actually halve or even further cut down our beef mince, our ground beef. So our lasagnas and spaghettis and all sorts, we now do only a little bit of ground beef or beef mince, and then we fill the rest up of the amount with red lentils. So good. There's barely a difference, especially when you cook for a long time. Yeah, if you cook it for a long time, you barely notice the difference between the beef and the red lentils. And obviously the lentils are a lot healthier and cheaper than beef. So it helps price-wise, but also gives you a bit more fiber and stuff. So that's a tip we learned from the YouTube Sorted Food, just to cut meat down, like beef mince down with red lentils. And it works. So yeah, that's a little tip if you're looking for something like that. So I use that kind of thing, like in lasagna, in spaghetti, in chili as well. Use mostly beans. I'm a bean girl. But yeah, bechamel sauce and cut the beef with red lentils, and that's how I make lasagna. And I love it. Actually, growing up, I didn't love lasagna. I don't know, for some reason growing up, lasagna kind of made me feel ill. I don't know why. I just felt like it was kind of like yuck. But I find lasagna much better to eat these days. But yeah, growing up, I was always like, nah, lasagna is kind of gross. I don't know. I was always a spaghetti bolognese girly, you know? But now as a grown-up, I don't mind it as much. There's also a period of time where eggs grossed me out too, but now I'm fine with eggs. But I don't know, just weird taste phases, texture phases. I don't know, something about lasagna when I was younger. Except for, I used to have lasagnas a lot actually in primary school. We have a canteen. I'd usually buy lunch growing up. Single parents, you know what I mean? Single divorced parents. So I usually bought lunch. So my school usually did actually have a nice little lasagna cube, but I don't know. For a while there, I was like, ugh. I don't know. Maybe it's too rich. I don't know. Because I do use full skim milk these days, but yeah, an hour. The other thing I liked to get from the school canteen was a salad sandwich, which is white bread, butter, and then it just had shredded carrot, lettuce, some capsicum, bell pepper. Just a very simple sandwich, but I loved those for ages. Anyway, didn't even have sauce. I think it was just butter. So there you go. Because I feel like it's a very American thing to put mayo on a sandwich. Automatically, you always butter bread for me. But anyway, you put butter and mayo. Even more delicious. Alright, this is my third video in a row, so I'm going silly. Let's continue on. We got Animal Crossing, we got work, we got One Piece. And I won't be watching One Piece forever. We've recently had a break from One Piece and we're just binge watching a different show. But you'll have to stick around and watch more of Plan With Me to find out what that show is. Haha. We're watching a new show to us, not rewatching something. One Piece. Then I did large sounds. Okay, I did laundry, and then I have oh yes, that was this night. So laundry. This is a fun night, and then we had the Chinese language live stream for Infinity Nikki's update. The English Discord does play the Chinese one live. And that's it's a much better time than the English one. So the Chinese one is 2 p.m. my time. So I do watch the Chinese one, even though I don't know what they're saying at all. You can kind of, it's kind of implied. But it's fun to see all the new stuff. And then the English one, they do on YouTube. And that comes out 5 a.m. on Saturday for me. So I prefer to watch the Chinese one and the English one. But they're completely different live streams. Because the Chinese one, they have the art director and other people. And they're just voicing little little characters. Little drawn characters that are animals. And the English one actually has real life people hosting it, Johnny and, oh gosh, what's her name? She's hosted the last two, and I'm so terrible I forgot her name. She's so pretty, but always Johnny and his Johnny jokes. But anyway, so they're completely different feelings of live streams, so I enjoy watching both. But yeah, so I rewatched the Saturday English one because I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. for that. But after the Chinese live stream, well, that was during the day, but that night I had a blood nose, and I was like, probably the worst blood nose that I've ever had, like, in my life, that I can remember. But, and, okay, this is gonna be TMI, but I was sitting on the toilet, okay? I was sitting on the toilet, and then I was like, oh, there's like my nose feels a bit wet. So I pat my nose, and then there was blood on my finger, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a blood nose. So, I lean over to get some toilet paper, and then gosh, it just gushed out of me. I was wearing my purple Homer Simpson jumper. If you've seen it in vlogs, it's like a naked Homer Simpson on the jumper. It's light purple, and the blood just went all over the front of it, and the sleeves, and like the dongles, like these things. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then like the tissue, like the toilet paper wasn't enough, so I quickly finished up with my hands, like doing my stuff, and then after like flushing and washing my hands and all that, with tissue stuffed to, like toilet paper stuffed to my nose, I ended up just having to like lean over the toilet and let the blood just fall out. Because really, like, you shouldn't, I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be doing the head back thing anymore. Like, you should just let the blood out. So yeah, I bled for quite a while. It was just a lot of blood at once. Usually it's so little. Anyway, and I was feeling a bit like, ugh. So that was fun. It finally dried up while I was like leaning over the toilet, just bleeding into it. And then I spent like 30 minutes washing out the blood from my jumper because I didn't want to like say goodbye to it. We looked it up on the internet right away, and like Homes and Gardens said just to like put it under running cold water and just continue rubbing it in the cold water until it comes out. And yeah, I pretty much got all the blood out. So thanks, Homes and Gardens and the internet, for saving my jumper. It was just a lot. I was like, I haven't had one so crazy in a long time, if ever. So it just like gushed out of me. I was like, what the heck is happening? But anyway, that's my TMI for this plan with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this ties back into me being like kind of mildly sick, seemingly having the flu for quite a long time. Because if you remember my beginning of Planmas, my intro vlog, I was like, oh, I contacted the doctor that day to see like my ears, like my hearing was so messed up. Like one ear everything sounded metallic. And they said, oh, it sounds like you've had the flu. I'm like, well, it's a symptomless flu overall, I guess. But this blood nose was like after that, but I was still like on and off with my ear problems. I ended up having I got like a cortisol nose spray, and that did work. So if you wanted updates, I can't believe I haven't updated you guys on that whole nose thing from the intro. But yeah, so the nose spray did work. So I stopped doing it for a while, and then it came back again. So I started the nose spray again. But I think I was just mildly sick with the flu for like 2 months or something, it seems. And this blood nose seems to be part and parcel of that, but I just didn't feel like that sick. Like, ear was a bit weird, maybe a bit stuffy, maybe a bit sniffly, but that's like it. So I don't know. Other than my little errands where I didn't meet anybody, I tried not to like do too much around people because of that, but yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy thing, but I guess it's all part and parcel of the whole, something was going on in my sinus, but it obviously wasn't like an infection that, I think it was viral for sure. It wasn't something I would need actual medication for. It just had to wait it out. So but yeah, I will say the cortisol nose spray works. It is expensive though. Yeah, so that kind of sucked, but hey. And I'm used to a nose spray because I used to have like a regular nose spray because my allergies would make my inner ears really itchy. So I would have a nose spray for that. It's kind of the same thing as I had for this, but yeah, always expensive. But I'm used to nose spray. That was okay then. On Saturday, of course, got up, watched the English live stream, played some Animal Crossing, and watched some One Piece. Okay, I just wrote 1 on this box. What am I doing? So I'm gonna okay, I think I can do this. I'm gonna, instead of getting a new box out, even though I could, because we're in the last half of the week, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna switch over the sticker here and put this over the 1. Perfect. Guys, I'm getting rattled. Just telling ridiculous stories, you know what I mean? Getting off topic and whatnot here. I can't even write properly anymore. So, alright, Saturday. So after all that, because it was like a whole new region of the game, all new, like we got archery mechanics, just all sorts of stuff was announced at the live stream. It was over an hour long, that live stream, both of them. So, you know, just chilled out for most of the day. I did actually do some more work this day. Wow, it was such a busy week. Even though I was feeling like, you know, I was still kind of feeling off about that blood nose, but I think it's because my iron is very precious. I need to probably add iron supplements back into my diet a little bit. But yeah, so work, and then we got like Menchie delivered, which is a Uga. They're a minority in China, and they have such delicious hand-pulled noodles, so definitely recommend, if you ever see an Uga restaurant, try them out, especially at winter time, because their spices are very wintry feeling. Like Menchie. And then I baked a cake this evening. I was like, you know what, I really want to eat a cake. So I just baked a cake. I baked a chocolate cake, my favorite recipe. Obviously I made one for my birthday a month prior, and then I was like, you know what, I want more cake, so I baked a cake. Why not? I'm just whimsical that way. I'm like, I want cake. So I did. So on Sunday, it was another of my villager's birthdays. He actually autofilled my plot, and I don't hate him. It's Nox the chicken. He's a night chicken. I'll put him up on the screen again, so like Tia. You can see Nox, and I actually love Nox, but he is actually on my other island that I have on Lux. I have it on Lux Switch. I have a medieval island over there, which actually, funnily enough, I've basically finished it right before the 2.0 update, which added castle walls and castle towers. And I had made all my own out of simple panels, and I was like, you know what, I can't deal with this. So I haven't really touched it since then, but he is on my medieval island because, you know, he's a night chicken, so I love Nox. But I didn't really want him on this island as well. But I did celebrate his birthday, because it was his birthday, and he looks so funny. Actually, I'll put a picture out, because I'm pretty sure I have a picture on my phone. If not, there won't be anything, but you'll see it on the screen now. I got a picture of him, and he's like in his chicken outfit, but he's also wearing a birthday hat and a suit, and it looks, in his night outfit, it looks so silly. But anyway, it was Nox's birthday. He has since moved out. I have a different cranky now, which is Gaston the bunny, and he was like ticket 99 on my villager hunt. You'll hear about this in like next year's plan in 2026. But I'll put him up here on the screen now, because look at Gaston. I was 99 tickets deep. I was on the second day because my plot hadn't filled. So I was like, oh, I can, you know, I didn't have to autofill, so I'll keep hunting. This is literally my last ticket that I had, and no other miles or anything. So I was like, and I was just like going nuts. And I was like, you know what? He's amazing looking. So I'm going to take this bunny called Gaston. Anyway, that's been my Animal Crossing journey a little bit. Anywho, then I watched One Piece and then did some more work, but I don't have the script, any more work scripts in this font in copper. So you'll just have to live with it not being the same. Oh my gosh, I just messed this up and I don't have any more of these stickers. Okay, we can figure this out, guys. We'll do a little thing. We'll do a little thing. Don't look, don't look, don't look. I'm glad I'm finishing up here because it's time to finish up. I keep messing up. So then yeah, I guess this day I actually finished that shop set because I did the listings next. Then I played Nikki, and then, can you guess it? I then did filming. I did some more filming for Platinus because it's the 23rd and I still had a bunch to go. So, but, you know, I also had to do work and all my stuff. Luckily, at this point, playing Nikki every day, it was only about 5 to 10 minutes each day. Don't let the big box fool you. I just do it for the sticker. Because I was finished with everything in the update, so I was just doing my 5-minute dailies each day. So if you're worried about my Infinity Nikki and intake, don't worry. I just do big boxes for the stickers. But it's really, most of the time it's a short amount of time unless there's new stuff, because I finished a lot of the things. Well, now that we have 2.0, I have so much to do, like a whole new region. But anyway. Anyway, that is the end of this half of the week. So I have a little looky here. And we'll finish up. I'll put the pages in the planner and we'll finish up. Alright, that is the finished spread in the planner. She's looking so pretty. I do love this warmer look of the copper. And I just like having the little icons for all the little things. It really adds a lot of shine throughout. But yeah, I love the way this came out. You know, we had also a busy week. You know, the live streams with the blood nose. We baked a cake for no reason. We had Animal Crossing birthdays. Finished a set up. So it was a good week, I think. A busy week in terms of just hustling, I guess, working. Can't believe I worked every day this week. I don't remember that very well. I guess I blocked it out. But anyway, that was this week. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. I'm sorry it was a little chaotic, but this is my 3rd video right now that I'm filming. So it's definitely finished time. But I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below. Maybe leave some wine emojis, some grapes, stuff to do with Merlot, you know, the vineyard stuff, or autumn things. Just to let me know that you enjoyed watching it, but otherwise let me know in the comments what you thought. And don't forget to like and subscribe because you want to watch more. So I very much appreciate every single like. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you. And don't forget that you are important and you are loved and you are beautiful and wonderful, and you make a difference in my life anyway, even just liking, you know, I see all of them and it makes me happy. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.